Hey everybody, we're here. New episode 5 for talking. One of the episodes, like 15 or something. Got NHL Leafs talk. Try and do it in one here. Caps is gonna lead us off here with some special nuggets of knowledge. Oh, that's Caps.
All right. Um, so today the Leafs made a trade. They traded Miko Lennon to Columbus for goalie Vienny, and I'm at a loss to pronounce his last name. Um, I guess I'll start off by saying I don't understand the trade at all. Um, it's obvious that the Leafs have an issue with depth on defense, and I don't understand what the issue is or why would they trade off a defenseman for another goalie, unless the plan moving forward is to move one of their goalies to get a forward, which is the rumor anyway that they're going to get another forward. That I don't understand either. But yeah, I don't know. You wanna comment on that because I just don't know what they're doing.
I want to ask you something first. Am I allowed to go full unadulterated ham on the Leafs for this absolutely stupid trade?
Just keep it clean though.
All right. This is one of the dumbest trades I've ever seen in my life, period. Hands down. And it's not even a big trade. It just makes no sense. I don't care if this goalie is the next Carey Price because if he was, you would have known that anyways. The point is you already have 2 starting goalies and 2 backup goalies. Why do you need another goalie? This makes no sense. The only logical explanation is to free up cap. But all I keep hearing that they're freeing up cap for is more forwards that they don't need. There's 18 centers on a team that requires to have 4 centers. And the guy you want to get is another center, another slow veteran center, Eric Stahl, which I don't care because I'm fine with it. He's good. But do we need him? No. There's nowhere for him to fit on this team. There's no reason for him to be on this team. The team is not playing well right now because they're not playing well. That's why. It's not because they're bad. It's they just not playing as a team. What's
Not
Nick?
playing well because they're not playing well.
Yeah, but they're not playing well because as a group they're just not playing well. It's not because they're not talented or they can't be the best team in the league. It's just because sometimes you have losing streaks. You're going to go freak out over the situation. Then this is the second thing I have. If you're going to get a goalie, that only makes me worried that what we were talking about last week, which completely makes logical sense, is what's going to happen the opposite way. They're actually going to try to move Anderson at the deadline. And that's why this goalie's coming in to play backup in case someone gets injured. And that only lets me feel like you're going to free up more salaries to sign more forwards because every single person on the rumor mill for the Leafs right now is a friggin' forward. What the hell do you need more forwards for?
Yeah, I look at this team and I think the biggest issue is consistency, not necessarily the team that they have. I mean, they have the skill, they have the depth. I don't know, unless they're trying to go for more grit. I don't understand it at all. For years, their biggest issue was defense, and you know, they've seemed to have made some serious improvements on it. Plus, they have a guy waiting in the wings to take over if anybody gets injured. And here's the thing: anytime one of those 6 guys gets injured, they are screwed. Done. When Muzzin was out, they played like crap. So I don't understand moving out a defenseman, what that does to bring in another goalie. They have Anderson, they have Campo, they have Hutchison, and they have Dell. Um, unless maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe it is that. Maybe they are waiting to move Anderson. But I don't know. I just have a hard time understanding that because this would be the year that you would go for it, and you would want to have all your guys
This is
ready
your
to
window.
go. Yeah,
Your window right now for this Leafs team is this one season, in
yeah,
my
and getting
opinion.
rid of Anderson, I don't know. That's a tough one, man, because like I don't know, man. I'm a huge advocate of Campbell. I really do
I agree.
enjoy Campbell's play, and I was high on Lettinen way back when they had the blue versus white game, and he was like a
I
huge
think
standout.
I think we all were
I
and
don't get
still
it.
are.
I
I don't
don't get
think
what the
he
deal was.
I don't think Ledman was a big enough factor in any way negatively to warrant a trade to get another goalie. Like I'm saying, there's only two logical purposes for this. Cap room to get more forwards, or they're planning to move Anderson to get more forwards.
But
So
I don't get that either. Like, okay, so like the other night against the Jets, they had Agostino on the fourth line. You got Robertson playing in the minors.
okay, for
Like,
the worst possible like scenario and like choice of words here that will absolutely make you mad. You have Galchenyuk in the minor league. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. You don't have room for anybody else. So this is another thing I kept hearing. Like we got to get off this subject, but let's just say this all happens like dominoes. You made a little bit of cap space now. You brought in the goalie. You move Anderson. You free up 5.5 million. There's a rumor that they're going to trade Kerfoot for Stahl. So that still gives you like $5 million of cap space. Who are they planning to get? There's like if the only
I don't know if I would make that trade though.
I
Kerfoot for
wouldn't.
Stahl.
I
Like,
wouldn't.
I don't.
And to me, this is where if you're unless you're gonna go out and bring in like Rantanen or bring in a huge name to play up front, I don't care. I don't want you to bring in anybody because it's not gonna make that much of a difference. Like just bringing Stahl is not going to help. You need Stahl and a defenseman to fix this situation.
Like Wayne Simmons is still injured. He's
Yeah.
going to come back soon.
No kidding.
Like he's
More
going to be
forwards.
back hopefully next week is what is being said. Like what do you need?
This is one of those situations for me where it took a lot of time, but you got out of it. Bargo seems to be only recently snapped out of the Leaf coma. But like every Leaf fan, this is like the greatest moment ever. They're like, Kyle Dubas can do no wrong. This trade is amazing. I can't wait to see what happens next. They're going to bring in Eric Stahl. Oh my God, everyone's going to go buy Eric Stahl jerseys. And I know this. I automatically expect this from the fan base. And that's the kind of stuff that makes me ashamed to be a Leaf fan because it's like everything they do is right. No, it's not. They make more mistakes than like any team in the history of sports. They spent their entire franchise since 1967 trading away their best players on their team. Frank Mahovlich, Daryl Sittler, Rick Vive, Wendell Clark. What? Like, where's the thought process here? I just it's not going to work for me.
Well, technically they got Sundin back for Wendell Clark.
Yes,
so.
but at the time, no one knew what that was going to turn into. Like people knew Sundin was good, but it's just you do things awkwardly, right? You let Dave Andrewchuk go, you let Gilmore go, and this is in a time of no salary cap. And you're the team with all the money. You know how easily they could have won a cup if they kept that team together with Matt Sundin?
Well, it is what it is, but
off topic.
I'm tired
of it.
I mean, I want to say let's just wait and see what happens next, but like I don't know. I feel like this move was totally unnecessary, and if they wanted to get that forward, whoever it is, they don't really need to make this trade to make that happen. You know for a fact that the opposition is going to want either Liljegren or Sandin or even Robertson for that forward. So I don't get what the deal was to make that trade anyway. Anyway, whatever.
It doesn't make sense. One last thing. I just want to give one last thing.
Yeah, sure, man.
This might turn out to be great. In the end, they might make a great trade. It might be a great move. But as far as this one little tiny specific move that's happened and all of the thoughts and like theories that it spawns, it's just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, when I look at the team's biggest issue is consistency, nothing else. I think they got the team
That was my point that I was trying to make at the beginning when you're like, they're not
it's
playing
total,
well.
like it's consistency. Just putting in the effort every single night, going out there and trying to win. I mean, the last two games they've done a really good job of out shooting the opposition, and the right team won last game. But the games before that, yeah, it just I don't against the Canucks. I just don't see it. They could have done a lot better than that.